Showtime, baby. Let's go.
Welcome back to Sass in the City, Double Standards, Part 2. Check it out.
Something with the men and how you guys, want to be made first and whatever.
Nick, you back on the table, baby.
There's a thing that's just bugs. It's just bugging me. A guy is telling me that if he doesn't want to go certain places, then I shouldn't want to go there and I shouldn't go too. And just say, for instance, we're having a Sass in the City party. And I say, well, hey, I'm going to Sass in the City party. You want to go? No, I don't want to go. Immediately, I should change my mind because he does not want to go.
I don't feel my goodness.
I'm trying to understand, like, as a couple, just because I don't want to go somewhere or he doesn't want to go somewhere,
Neither one of you are going to go.
We're not supposed to go? Like, that's just, I'm asking for a friend.
I love that one.
So I'm gonna refer to the good book on
The
this
AFF.
Yes, please.
This is Ephesians 5:22. It says, "Wives, submit yourselves unto your husband as you do the Lord."
As he follows Christ, right?
No, that's not what that means.
Okay.
As you do the Lord, meaning the same way you have to submit to God,
Yeah.
you have to treat your husband as if he's the God on earth. That's what this says, okay? Then it says, "For the husband is the head as Christ is the head of the church."
Right.
So the same way every Christian has to follow Christ, as a woman, you should do whatever your husband told you to do. Or your man, however you want to slice it. So according to
I
the
like
scriptures,
the word husband.
Me too.
well, your husband's whoever you sleep with, according to this.
Wow.
So according to the scriptures, okay, your job is to submit yourself to your man under all subjection. I mean, whatever he say is law.
What if he's wrong?
It doesn't matter if I'm right or
Are you
wrong.
kidding me?
This is not predicated on me being right or wrong. Your boss can be wrong at work.
Sure.
You're still going to do what he asks you to do.
Okay.
You're going to deal with the consequences of whatever he asks you to do at the end of the day. If it was wrong.
And run it back
You're not
to
going to
him.
argue with your boss at the time.
You don't.
You're not going to question your boss
But
at
you're
the
going to
time.
be cursing your boss.
You're not going to
behind
curse
his
your
back.
boss. That's fine. You're not going to do it to his face.
But you're going to do it.
You're going to put a smile on your face.
you will
You're going to
do
do
it.
whatever he asks you to do. And if it didn't work, you're just going to show it to him at the end of the day and say, hey, I did what you asked me to do. This was the results.
Wow.
And then he can go back and adjust it and say, next time I'm not going to have her do this. I'm going to have her do this. Same way you're supposed to treat your husband.
So what if you get a husband?
So
Or
basically,
without a-
she's not supposed to go to the party because he don't want to go.
The same way you would treat your boss. So whatever your conduct is at work, however you would address and respect your boss, that's the same way you should treat your husband. So maybe you could just say, you know what? Maybe we ain't going, and then y'all could bring it up another time and talk to him. I don't know.
Because I think some guys are not that way. Like in relationship, go on,
Go
babe.
ahead,
It's cool.
baby.
I'll catch the next one.
But if my woman is not, if I can't trust my woman, not saying that she's a bad person, right? She could be naive.
Okay.
So let's say she's just too talkative. She's
friendly.
She's too friendly. She
She's
thinks
nice.
she really believes that she has male friends.
Yeah.
Like that's something she tells me, right?
So she can't have
You
no
can't go
friends?
nowhere by yourself because
That's
you're
me.
delusional. You're delusional. You're not living in reality. No guy on planet Earth wants to be your friend.
Right.
But I
That's
do
not a
believe
thing.
that she may be able to know how to handle herself in that fire. Because, see, I'm that girl, but I'm not naive. I just have a lot of male friends.
Yeah.
But the thing about that, Nick, is I know where to draw the line.
And who's keeping it platonic?
Absolutely.
Yeah, the woman
Absolutely.
has
We
have
have male
it.
friends.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't cross the line.
Yeah, I mean, they'll try to nudge and wait for a window, crack door. You know, they try, but yet and still you already know. I'm going home by myself. No, I don't
Right.
need help upstairs.
Right.
No, I don't need you to come through for a nightcap. No, I'm good.
I don't know. I think it's
Give her enough credit, though, baby. It's so funny how men always say, you can't, you too nice. We know what we doing. We know
I
men
get
just as much.
you're too nice, and I'm thinking, what? I'm too. So am I supposed to
Am I supposed to
change
be a
my
bee?
personality because it's making you feel away?
yeah.
So why?
And
why
he says yes.
Yeah.
He said yes.
I don't understand what's so hard to understand about that. Same way.
That's
very
now I
hard.
understand. Show your teeth to every guy you meet. Looking right
And,
now.
and Nick, if the woman wants you to go,
And you don't want to go.
and she doesn't want to go, does she have to go?
Wait,
If the woman wants me to go and I don't want to go,
Well, if you want the woman, your woman to go, and she doesn't want to go, does she have to go?
no. This is what I realized too.
standards.
It is.
No.
And they want you to
Let me
understand
explain.
it.
I realized that. Luckily, I have my wife. She abides by whatever the scripture says.
Okay.
Okay, so she's going to submit to me no matter what I say. That's a lot of responsibility on my part. So I have to be aware about what I'm telling her to do.
Okay.
Right? So that goes hand in hand.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I like that.
I would tell women, I tell my sisters, if you're going to give somebody this amount of control over you, get to know them first so you can trust them.
Yeah.
So you don't have to second guess them. Because that's what a man doesn't want, is his woman to keep second guessing me. So you saying, well, I don't know, maybe I should. It's just leaving everything in the air. So I would say do all your due diligence first. Study that man, see him in all these situations, then decide if you want to be with him.
True.
Don't get with him and then figure out if you can trust him or not.
Right.
But here's the
After
thing.
the
There's
fact.
I'm
husband.
already coaching the team.
Right.
After the fact.
There's a
No,
husband
really.
and then there's a boyfriend.
It's not a thing as a boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And in the man's eyes, that's not a real thing. My woman is my woman. The only reason we get married is for women. We doing that for you.
Okay. Dang.
So that's no separation.
That's
My woman is my woman. My wife, that's just for y'all can go tell your homegirls that you locked
Marry
down.
me.
That don't mean nothing to me. We don't go brag about that. They don't give us no brownie points to do nothing for us. So my woman is my woman. If I have a woman, that's it. I'm treating you how I'm gonna treat I'm not gonna treat you different when you become my wife.
So there's no levels of like
No.
my man and then my husband. Is what you're saying.
To Nick.
To
No,
Nick.
to any
He
man.
says he says the
To
scripture
the
says
scripture.
it.
Any man.
I'm starting to realize that because even in a relationship that you're not married in, these men take like you're my woman.
Right. There's no,
It's more to me. It sounds like ownership, but
Yes.
I guess, the blood.
The good book says when a man gets a wife, he gains a possession.
And he has a
But
good
the
Listen.
word is wife.
But he says wife.
the word
A
is wife.
Okay. The book also explains that anytime you sleep with a woman, that's your wife. So that is talking about anybody you bring connection with. Being married just means to come together,
You hear that, guys? Any woman
right?
you sleep
So,
with, that
because
is
the
your
reality is, me putting a ring on your finger, it's not going to change anything once we have sex. That's the emotion that we're going to get once we have sex. That's all the emotion we got.
Right.
Everything after that is going to be up and down. That's just the reality of the situation. So don't sleep with them if you don't want to be.
I have a hard time. See, the whole
Don't
playing
sleep-
house.
don't sleep with
there-
him
there's
unless you
supposed
wanna
to be
be with
levels
him. Okay.
to your man playhouse and a husband. There's supposed to be like you submit totally to your husband. I don't see me submitting to
A boyfriend.
my man or someone I'm playing house with. Like I don't.
What is that? What is that?
I was gonna say playing house. That's good because I hear this a lot. Playing house.
Like someone who lives with you, you guys acting like you're married, but you're really not married. Like
What's
you're
the
just
difference?
he.
You didn't walk
The
down
piece
the
of paper.
aisle.
Yeah, what's the difference?
Because
Yeah,
you consummated
probably
the relationship. You've
probably
been
the
humping
paper.
and it's
Probably
going
think
down.
so. I
the
think it's a piece of
status
paper.
or yeah.
It's basically the status. It's whether or not you
Right.
walk down the aisle and you signed the paper and you went before God and say this is it. But we've already committed the act. We've already consummated this.
Yeah, you already went before.
We
Just so you know,
already did it.
yeah.
You spiritually
So-
mixed. You've already done it. It's done.
Okay, but per the book,
Right.
are you supposed to have a wife and a husband? Or
So-
should we just
so-
run around like this all the time?
So per the book, that whole ceremony that she was just speaking about is not in the book.
It's when
So
you
all
do
that
it.
walking down the aisle and you saying these names and y'all reading, none of this is in the book.
Vows?
None of that's in the book. What consummates a marriage
That's
in the
sex,
Bible
Pat.
is sex.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm telling you, once you have sex with that person,
That is your.
that's your man.
Some of y'all got a few man.
He said your man's.
That's
Your man's. So we can have more than one.
So it's a
Yeah.
story. It's a story in the good book where this young lady goes to the
Like,
Jesus
I'm a happy
and she
camper.
asks him about her husband.
And Jesus said
And
you have
Jesus
five.
said you got five
You got
husbands.
five. You've been sleeping with five
So
of
I
them.
can have
She
five
said I'm not.
husbands?
She said that's not a good. That's not a good thing. That wasn't.
Why? Why?
It's not a good thing.
Will it back
Why?
in?
Okay, you're supposed
Come
to.
on now.
Because
Every
them
woman is
spirits.
supposed to have her own husband.
Her own.
You're not supposed to be sharing.
Nobody.
No. As a man, you're not supposed to be sharing your woman with other men.
What about her sharing?
He can share.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
See, that's
do
fine in the Bible.
No,
in the
no,
book. In the book.
no, in real life, there's no confusion there. So let's take it to real life. To get outside the book for a minute, okay?
Okay.
So let's say, as a man, I'm dating a woman, and she's dealing with 4 other men. Okay, she gets pregnant. Now everybody's in a conundrum. We don't know who
Yes.
the baby daddy is, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how DNA works. I don't know if every time I put my sperm in this woman, whether she has a child or not, I don't know if that DNA is becoming a part of her, if it's just staying in her body. We don't know these things. But so let's say I have a woman, she's dating for a man, she got 3 kids now. Nobody know who the baby daddy is.
Well, let's do a DNA test.
It's all kind of confusions, right? Let's say, well, if DNA's not around, you're relying on science to fix your problem. Let's say DNA's not around. So now we can fix it easily. If me as a man have 4 women, we all know who the baby daddy is. We know who the mothers are. We don't have to mess the kids' life up. It's not just about the 2 people. It's about how to actually run a community of people.
So the man's sperm could be in all 5 women, and it's okay.
And you already know who the daddy is, so that makes it simple.
Other than the emotional maturity of the relationship, there's really no problem. There's no issue. There's not going to be any confusion about who the baby father is, who the mama is. None of these things pop up. It's really just that simple, other than the emotional
So
part
the
of it.
simplicity of it all is what you're saying, because of the fact that you can identify.
I'm just telling you the actual physical side of it. The emotional part is
Yeah,
just
because I was
it's
going
a
to say, well,
construct.
what about feelings?
It's a construct, though. Somebody told you you're supposed to have one husband. That's not a universal thing. You can go to other places today in 2023, and people have multiple wives, multiple husbands. It's all over the world. So you have to think that.
So we're the last to get the memo.
Whatever your concept is, whatever your concept of a relationship is, you just have to understand, where do I get this concept from?
Yeah, where did it?
Yeah, this was embedded in us as we got older, when we were kids.
Yeah,
This was
and I
embedded in our
told you
parents.
our last Sass in the City topic, when I talked about being divorced and my husband was, and Nick told me after, he didn't commit adultery. It was okay for him to do those things.
Help us, Lord.
Today.
Well, come on,
I'm
Nick.
gonna castrate his ass.
I'm confused.
I just think, you know what,
you're saying,
we
but
really are on some deep charters right now, to me, in terms of just understanding. It just seems to me it's just so unbalanced for what the woman has to endure, what the woman has to accept, what the woman has to conform, what the woman has to agree to. And I'm not saying that our role in a man's life doesn't have levels of understanding and position. I'm not saying that. We are women. We have a different way of thinking, acting, and everything. But I do feel it's a heavier expectation of us as women being with a man. And then when the expectations from the woman wanting from her man, it's not as balanced for our needs to be met, for us to meet your needs. That's all I'm saying. It just doesn't seem like that boomerang is swift evenly. It just seems like it's okay, well, we men.
And we're the king.
We got to understand that's a man.
we have to
Well,
accept.
that's because that's a man. That's just how they think. So, okay, so we supposed to buck down and, okay, accept
Right.
that and do these things, and it's conforming us, and really a woman that God did not make us. Because if God made us to be able to accept all of that, then I think our mindset on infidelity, monogamy would have been open. We would have said, fine, that's my man, but you have him on Monday. He's my Saturday, and I'm okay. Why were we not made that way? Why were women not mentally open, accepting of what that is?
That's
we're going
That's
against
good.
what you guys want daily,
And that's why
we
I
should
say,
be
ain't
more
no way God created us
to
for
be
each
that
other,
way.
for each other, and we just don't
But
understand
Nick
each other.
Nick
Yeah,
has something
we're
else.
so-
That's why I really believe that somebody lying, because I know God did not
It's
create
NIC.
a man for
And
a
I'm
woman
just
and a
playing.
woman for a man, and we just don't understand
Like
each other.
she
We're just
said.
off. It's like women don't understand men don't get women. Blah blah blah. I don't believe that.
Nick got
Y'all trying to
something.
tell me my
Nick gotta
creator
come
was
back.
off?
I got you, sis.
Nick got to
Okay,
come back.
come back.
Please.
This is for you.
Please.
First
make sure the
Corinthians,
volume is very clear.
1 Corinthians
Okay.
1:9. Neither was a man created for a woman, but the woman for the man.
Ooh.
Okay.
That answers your
That's
question.
true.
There's no man on the planet created to fit your needs. God is telling you plain and simple, he did not make a man on this planet to fit the needs
But
of
we
women.
can't have more than one man.
You hear what he just said?
Yeah.
He did not make a man to fit your needs.
But he
He
made a
made a
woman
woman
to fit a man's needs.
Just perfectly. This is why a man can find a wife.
And have multiple.
You understand? He made women to fit the needs of men. He did not make men to fit the needs of women.
So that's why it's when a man findeth a wife, he findeth a good thing. So we're not even supposed to.
Well, wait a minute.
You're not supposed to be looking for
Why
no
is it when
man.
he finds a wife, he finds a good thing? Why is that?
Because the wife was made for him to help him.
As a helpmate.
That's the whole point of me finding a wife, is to make my life easier, not to complicate it.
So do we have any desires?
Your desire
Is to
should
be
be for
with your
your
man.
is to please your man.
So you don't have a...
That's your desire, should be to please me.
I keep wanting to put us out.
To make me happy.
Listen. Okay, I could accept that
Okay.
as long as we.
No, I'm not accepting my man having no other women.
No, I ain't saying that. That's
What if I told you as a man, right? What if all men just came out and said this? I'm gonna have multiple women.
Are
Yeah.
you gonna accept me or not?
Period.
I would
You ain't got to-
accept
no, you
that
ain't gotta accept
from
it.
the beginning.
But it is what it is.
Because he
You're not accepting it.
communicated that.
You don't have to accept it. I'm telling you, as a man, I am going to have multiple women, whether you accept it or not.
But
That's
it's
just-
my choice.
No,
to
no,
deal
no.
with you.
It don't matter.
He's not getting approval.
Even if
He's
you,
not getting
even,
permission.
even
This
if you
is what
deal
it's
with
gonna
me,
be.
even if you stay,
I need another
I'm
drink.
still going to. So you're trying to give me an ultimatum and saying, "Well, if I be with
And
you," no,
Nick
no,
is
no. What
telling you
I'm
facts.
telling you is,
Facts.
there's nothing you can do to me to stop me from getting another woman. Nothing.
because you're hell bent on having multiple women.
It's not that. There's nothing that says I
He
can't.
believes.
Okay,
There's
there's nothing that
there's
says you
nothing
can't. But
in
what
the
about the
world-
guys who are saying, "I'm just going to be with my woman and that's it"?
And he's satisfied with
And that's
one.
Good for them.
That's great. And there's men out there who don't want no women,
Yeah,
right?
they want
So
a
you
man.
got it all across the table. There's men out there who just want to be by themselves, don't
And
want to
they
deal with
want a
no women.
man.
They don't want the
You got
headache.
men out there who just want one woman, right?
Right.
I'm a man. I believe I can have as many wives as I want. I only have one.
But
So
do
that-
you think it's fair in all, if you look at the entirety of your appetite, okay, do you think it's fair that you would be able to evenly satisfy each one?
I don't have to evenly do anything.
I'm asking as
No,
a
but
woman.
that's not my job.
They
My
gotta
job
please.
is not to please you.
It's the woman's job.
That's not my job.
Woman's
We're just
job.
out
My
here
job
in
is
our
to
own-
provide guidance for you and to protect you. That's
Provide.
provide guidance
It's your job
on how to live this
please.
life, not to give you my money. That's not in the book.
She give you her money.
Exactly.
Wait,
That's why Ray was married. Talk to me, Ray.
Wait, Nick and
Talk to
I
her, Ray.
had this conversation
Rainy.
after our
sound
last
like you
show.
co-signing.
I'm not co-signing. I'm just
co-signing.
saying what he told me when I said about my ex.
But do you
He
believe
told
that?
me so. I no. I don't
I need
believe
another
it.
drink.
I don't
can't.
believe it, but I hear what he's saying in the Bible. I do understand
listener.
the Bible, what it says, but I just don't know if that is something that I would be okay with.
I am.
In a relationship, rather it's marriage or not.
Right.
Saying to my man, you know, it's okay that you have these other women, but the flip side is, and I'm going to be honest right here, because when we deal with men that already have these other women, we're dealing with them. So I just have to talk about that because we are
that
dealing,
called?
which is what Nick is saying. If you're with a guy and you're dating this guy and you know that he's already out there seeing and doing other women, do we still accept it or don't we?
Well, you're gonna be accepting all them STDs, too.
Right.
Well,
This is a
I'm
hot
like,
topic.
stuck.
hey, this is 2023. I wasn't expecting this because I was seeing it on a different level.
Listen,
You
and-
understand?
and-
But I
and it
guess
Broke it down.
2023 we have gotten educated.
Yeah, because ain't
Thank
no
you.
way
It's
one
it.
man gonna handle these 5, 6, 7 multiple women, and those women are not going out there handling the same with men. You can't just leave somebody idle and say, "Baby, I'll be back, girl. I got 6 more over
Do you
here
really want
waiting
your
on
man
this."
up under you all the time?
No.
I just heard you say that a second ago.
What happened?
You don't want your man up under you all the time.
Oh, no.
You heard me say that. No, not necessarily.
No woman does.
But does that
No.
mean on his free time he got to be with
Why
another
are you worried
female?
about what I'm doing on my free time?
Why is he at work?
Why are you worried
Because you're
about
my man, and I want to know what you're doing on your free time.
I'm an adult.
Why you
I don't
worried?
need
But
no
I'm an
tracker
adult,
on me
too.
when I leave.
Please don't put a tracker
So
on me.
you don't
I
need to
can't
worry about
take
what
it.
I'm doing when I'm not with you.
Oh.
Right.
If
Right.
you do, you shouldn't be with me.
True.
If
But
you-
how do you get these women not to be jealous of sharing their time.
You gotta
with-
grow up.
And believe it, a lot of guys do.
I'm gonna be
like
honest with you. You got to grow up. We're not children. I'm not your child. You don't own me.
And you don't know me.
That's
Do
fine.
you own me?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Right.
Well, okay.
So, but that's fine. But this is what I'm gonna do with it. I'm gonna still give you a choice. Okay. And I'm not gonna explain to you that I'm with another woman because it doesn't make sense. It's gonna make you crazy. Why would I do that to you?
Why would you do it?
Why would you sit there and wonder what I'm doing? I got plenty of things you could be doing. I can set a nice schedule for you, so you ain't got no free time. That's my job. To provide. I can set a schedule for you, so you ain't got a free time in the world.
Amazing.
So you ain't got to sit and wonder what I'm doing with myself, because I ain't sitting around wondering what you're doing.
You got too much idle time.
You got too much time on your hands. You got to.
But Nick, how do you stay connected? How do you stay connected with your...
Great question. So the rule, and it's also in the book that I abide by, is whatever relationship I establish with my wife, that doesn't change regardless of how many wives I obtain. Right? So like me and my wife, we have date night every Tuesday. So no matter what happened, I know Tuesday we're going on a date. Period. It don't matter who involved. It don't matter. Nothing's come before that. We locked in. Mm-hmm. If we have any other thing that we build in our relationship, those things are stagnant. No matter who I bring into the circle, we're not moving these things. I have
So
to build,
Tuesday's gonna be her day always.
Right. And let's say we start doing something on Sundays, then that's not going to change. And if I meet somebody else, they're going to have to operate around that Tuesday and that Sunday.
But no, you're all not living in the same home, are you?
I wouldn't personally do that. Unless the house was big enough that you don't have to see people all the time. Because I couldn't imagine a woman looking at her man with another woman. Right. Like,
Well, that's what's happening.
But I guess because what you say is out of sight, out of mind, because you're basically saying that you couldn't do it under a roof, but you can do it elsewhere.
It just has some logic to me because right now, today, I could be seeing someone who I know is not my man, but I know this man is out seeing other women, right?
And it's not affecting you.
And it's not affecting me because
not locked in yet.
So
the moment you locked in, if we locked in, ain't no switching up.
So maybe I'm just set in my ways. I can't accept. Is there a certain age that accepts this kind of?
No. Reem she just put it around the table.
She's not accepting it though.
No, all women accept it. They all do. It's
because we know, right?
It's based on however you want to accept it.
Right.
So if he's rich enough, you'll accept it.
Right.
If he's a celebrity,
Out
you
there.
will accept it. If he's talented enough, you will accept it.
That's true. Nick.
So I don't understand that.
I don't know.
As a man, I shouldn't need talent nor money for you to treat me as a man.
Right.
Which is the same way you treat the rich nigga. That you gonna let him slide with all his BS. And let him sleep with
There's a
every
lot
nigga
of
he
them,
wants,
honey.
Then don't put no pressure on me.
Yeah.
I'm a man just like he a man.
Yeah.
Like it.
He just has money to keep you quiet.
Question: is there like one main one or all of them
There's
main?
no main. No pedestals over here. I can men don't operate like that. That's called pimping.
I don't know if I like
Pimping,
that.
If you want to be a man, you got to be with a pimp. Because most men, right, that I've known, I may like a woman has nothing to do with her physically. I could just like the way she carries herself. She's a sweet woman. She's nice. She doesn't yell at me. She talks to me nice, give me compliments. I can want to be with her based on that.
Right.
I can find another one who can cook, but I can't stand the way she talks.
Right.
I love her cooking. So
Yeah.
I'll be with her for that. I may find another woman who reminds me of something. I may be with her for that. This is how men are. This is why you can see a man and you'll see his wife and see who he's cheating with and be like, what the hell?
Right.
But Nick, women are like that too.
Well, see,
women can't get that one man that they seek.
Yeah.
In one man, like
And they're
all the
putting
qualities.
5 together.
So there's 3-4 men that he does this, he does this, he treats me. I feel good when we're just chilling at home. This is a provider. This one's educated, taking me to
and that's what women are doing right now.
Okay, so now that goes back to what you just said. How old? Like, where are we matured?
Right. Like, is there
maturity
an age,
level? Because
like,
in 20s, 30s, I'm definitely not about to be talking about, oh, I like this man for this, that man for that. You locked in on that one little sucker. No, you locked in on him. And you the one that got him.
Well, you can also
in.
bring peace like he does. I don't know. Sometimes I feel that's why women have kind of switched roles and they kind of like have a man mentality.
Is it because of where I don't really say age because people be at different stages in life. No matter what age they are, it just depends on where they are mentally. So I don't say at what age, but at this stage, in our lives, even having these conversations. Do you think this is what?
Yes,
Oh, my grandmama.
yes.
This is not how they were moving.
Yes. But it was accepted back then.
It's accepted now.
Yes. But in a different way. Because I say different because back then they knew, our grandmothers, great grandmothers knew that our grandfathers were out there doing those things, but never said nothing.
We knew
today.
Too.
Today we talk. We say, "What the are you doing? You out here? I know you."
Or create a page and say, "Don't date him because
we knew though."
Back then, our grandmama still kept
looking at me
and said nothing.
Yeah. Do you know that we know we're spiritually not locked in with our men who we're sleeping with, our man who we sleep with, we're locked in. We know when he steps out. We can feel it.
It's true.
Intuition is
up
a mother.
to 4 days from the time he did it, we feel something. It's there and it's strong. Like what you do, we know it.
Well, Nick, clarify this for me.
I need to understand.
Don't you have a wife, and then you said that you would be interested in multiple wives. So there's not a secret from wife 1 or 2 about each other. So there's nothing he's doing behind anybody's back. If I was married to Nick, I know Nick got wife 2 and 3.
But he wouldn't tell her when
he doesn't have to tell her.
It doesn't matter. I know he's seeing her.
I wouldn't put it right.
You ain't gonna throw it in my face, right? But I do know you.
So when you just don't come home, he's
but
with wife.
I'm not at the strip club. You know I'm not at some random chick's house. You know I'm not doing nothing
He's
crazy.
with wife number 2.
I'm a responsible man, and I'm at my other ribs house, having dinner or doing whatever I would do at my other house.
So do you stay gone for days? One day? What's...
I don't have 2 wives, but if that was the case, whatever I established with the second wife, that's what I would have to continue. So say if Wednesday was our date night, I wouldn't up and leave her because the other one gonna be jealous if I don't. No, that's craziness. Like she needs to grow up and understand I'm over here.
Grow up.
Yeah, you got to grow up.
When it comes to sex,
we're extremely emotional.
We'll talk about it.
Almost worse than women, right? The difference is with men, we learn at a very early age that you cannot let your emotions control your actions. That's the only difference. Men are just
so they've
women.
turned their emotions off.
It's not that no. So you're making it a neglect thing.
Oh,
men do not neglect their emotions. They understand that my emotions do not determine my actions.
Okay, that's good.
Just because I feel this way does not mean I can respond this way. That's not what my feelings mean. My feelings does not relate to my actions. My logic relates to my actions.
So that's how they can avoid falling in love again if it hurt the first time.
They be in love.
No.
They be in love too, just like us.
We're going to fall in love the same way.
The same way with multiple people.
We're not going to.
Because it seems like they run from that.
No, we can fall in love, right?
Right.
But if I see you got some, how can I say this, street girl tendencies, I'm going to fall. My emotions going to fall back, and my logic is going to kick in.
Okay.
And I'm going to say I like her. But she look a little hoish out
here. Yeah.
So if she do so, I'm just going to fall back from her.
And that makes sense.
And we just going to let it go. We don't let our emotions rule our lives.
Well, we do the same thing. Everybody.
Well, would you agree?
Are y'all leading by your emotions? I don't know. Maybe I don't lead by my. If I see some flaws about a dude, I'm not gonna throw my heart and say, "Hey, you hold on to this because I like you, but I don't like this." And says, "I'm looking and checking too, just like you did. Yeah, I'm checking too."
I think that women would leave a man over your emotions.
Yes,
for sure.
I'm not gonna leave my wife because I'm emotional about something or I'm upset. There's no way. The only way she got out if she cheat. I thought if you cheat, that's your husband now. You ain't got to come back and get your shit no more.
I need to regroup and I need
maybe stay single, ladies. Stay single if you can't handle this because it's real out there.
No, that's why there's a lot of single women.
You got to because if your emotions are going to have you on an episode of Snapped.
I'm telling you.
And fatal
or
attraction.
For my man.
If you cannot handle what these men are giving me. But I'm gonna tell you this: women are much stronger than we realize because we have been dealing with these issues.
Lord help us all.
Forever since the beginning of the time. Okay,
right.
So it ain't nothing new, nothing new under the sun. Absolutely nothing. I believe that full-hearted. It's just coming into the realization of things,
right?
And we getting cheated on. Just we getting cheated on.
Oh my God!
Grow up.
Okay, grow up, ladies.
Right.
However, I will end
Nick,
this.
thank
I will
you.
end this. And Nick, I thank you so much for your input. This has been an amazing
Interesting.
episode of this podcast. I mean, really, we let some real truth out.
All the men gotta hear this.
I will say this though. I do still want women just to be true to yourself.
Be strong,
because you can only handle what you can handle. Don't jump into a lane that you can't handle.
Yeah.
Don't try just to be with the Joneses just because everybody else is.
Different strokes for different
Overstand
songs.
what it is.
Understand
you're
where
getting
you want to be and things.
Right.
Hey, thanks for watching Sass in the City. Be sure to share, subscribe, and sass with us. We'll see you next week.